Hey guys, it's Helen, and I have a confession to make. It's 2017, and I still listen to pop punk on a regular basis. Felt so good to get that off my chest. Yeah, despite the fact that I'm wearing a shirt that says, "Do more of what makes you happy," I'm really into pop punk music. About 10 years after it was cool, literally 10 years ago. Misery Business came out 10 years ago. Now this is a very interesting story because I wasn't the typical like emo goth kid in middle school. In fact, I was far from it. Well, all of the pop punk music was coming out, I was listening to friggin' Disney Channel for the most part. Like, I have the Hannah Montana Season 1 soundtrack, I have the Disney Channel playlist CD. Yeah. So I guess in that sense I was kind of sheltered. That is not to say that I was oblivious to the pop punk music that got super popular around that time. I was just starting to listen to like Top 40 radio. Again, sheltered child, I was like 11 or 12 at the time. And I would hear the first pop punk song that I think I remember hearing just in general was Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy. Not long after that, I think in 8th grade, I got super into Secondhand Serenade's Fall For You. I used to have one of those MP3 players where you could record songs off the radio and just have them. So whenever that song would come on the radio, I would just like immediately press play because I wanted to hear that kind of music on the regular. Don't know if they make music players like that anymore because that sounds a little bit illegal. The reason that I'm kind of thinking about this now is because I'm doing a project where, since now I have every single song in my iTunes library on my computer and on my phone, I'm listening to them all in alphabetical order, and it's really interesting because for the most part I have like a lot of musical theater soundtracks, I have a lot more poppy stuff, but then I also have like this pop punk from like 2010, 2011 at the latest. I guess the one exception is I do have Fall Out Boy's American Beauty, American Psycho, which is after their hiatus. It's super interesting to see that kind of music in amongst the more kind of upbeat, quote-unquote, stuff that I own. But that being said, it is still really important to me because I think I wasn't really into it slash quote-unquote needing it like when I was in middle school. It was more when I got to like college that I felt like I really connected to all that music. For instance, when I was in college, and it was right after Jared Leto won his Oscar, and I guess this is more into the full-on rock genre, but I bought Love, Lust, Faith, and Dreams, and then not long after that I bought This Is War, and yes, granted, I don't particularly care for their first two albums, but that's just my music preference. I was more kind of in the pop punk realm. Like, I have some of the main, like the big singles that Paramore put out. I have the big singles that Fall Out Boy put out. I have We the King's second album, Smile Kid. But I never really got like fully into like emo music, like Taking Back Sunday and My Chemical Romance. I don't know, that just all felt really super hardcore for me. The hard thing about that is I couldn't really say I was like a pop punk kid without being like, oh, have you been to Warped Tour? Have you heard of this band? Have you heard of this band? Have you heard of this band? It's like, no, I mean, I guess I like what I like. I still listen to my pop punk music. More often than not nowadays. It's so funny because now that lip sync battle is a thing, I think about like what pop punk songs I could totally do for lip sync battle. Like, I think Cassie Pope did I Write Sins Not Tragedies, and her lip sync battle was fine. But I was sitting there, I'm like, okay, yes, you brought Brendan Urie out on stage, but if you're gonna go full out for that lip sync battle, you have to recreate the music video. Like, if I did Misery Business as a lip sync battle song, and Lord knows I want to, I would look just like Haley Williams from that music video. I have a big giant throwback list on Spotify. If you want to go check it out, I'll put it at the top of my profile. And then I have a secondary list that's middle school angst, I think. Middle school angst, here we go. We have all the big stuff from All American Rejects, Boys Like Girls, Fall Out Boy, Goo Goo Dolls, Green Day, obviously Green Day, Jimmy Eat World, Metro Station, One Republic, Panic at the Disco, Paramore, Plain White Tees, which is kind of more on the lightweight, Fall For You, Snow Patrol, Chasing Cars, and a whole bunch of stuff by We the Kings, and Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard. I actually have, believe it or not, that is even more pared down, like the fast-paced stuff. I love working out to this. Like, I love putting on Great Escape and American Idiot and Shake It and Misery Business and just going at it. It just makes me feel so hardcore and great when I'm working out, and it takes my mind off the fact that my body is like, no, please stop. But no, I really love listening to all that, and I think it's perfectly okay for me to more or less get into this stuff now. Like, I speak with such nostalgia, but I only heard Misery Business for the first time last year. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I really like that song, and I really like the sound. And do I listen to more of the stuff that a lot of these bands are putting out now? Not really, but it's okay to like only a band's big hits and not want to go into their larger catalog. Certainly you have artists that you'll do that for, like One Direction, Little Mix for me, entire discography, I own it all, and Ed Sheeran. Those are the big three where I'm like, I own all of their entire discography, like one-off singles included. But it's okay to have bands where you only listen to like a few of the songs and like them and have them. You shouldn't get any crap for that, because there's so much music out there, we can't listen to it all in our lifetime. So if we decide, oh, this is the sound I like and I don't really want to go further into that, then that's fine. Like, you don't need to feel bad about that. If that's the music you like, then sure. I don't really know what kind of lesson I was trying to go for here, but anyways, thank you so much for watching this week. As always, as I said last week, this is my music themed week of the month. I'll have another one next month. Next week I'll be talking about books. So if you want to catch more of that, you can subscribe here to subscribe to my main channel, and you can also subscribe to my second channel for more vlogs. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, especially Spotify, and Tumblr, if you want to know what kind of music I'm listening to nowadays. And yeah, thanks for watching, and remember to keep living awesome lives, and I will see you soon. Bye.